On today's exciting episode of Undercover Boss, we will follow two female bosses that created their own brand from scratch. How will these bosses deal with circumstances that make them want to blow their cover?
Is that the Jiggy Swirl?
Yeah, that's the Jiggy Swirl.
This is not the Gigi way. Jason does not have my swirl right.
Tune in to find out on today's episode of Undercover Boss. Let us first start with celebrity boss Ashley Grahamm. Ashley Grahamm is the first ever curved plus size model on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and she's also a designer, body activist, and author. Ashley's journey to becoming a model was very hard as she got a lot of no's from almost all modeling agencies because of her size. She finally got her break from a small agency that took a chance on her, and it paid off massively. She then got into the cover of Sports Illustrated, which put her on the map and changed her life. Also, putting a girl like her on the cover solidified the fact that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. Ashley really wants her legacy to be that anyone and everyone, no matter where they come from, no matter what they look like, if they believed in themselves, can achieve anything they want. This is why she decided to go undercover, so she can find other upcoming body activists and empower them. She'll be going undercover as Morgan Williams, a woman in her 40s who loves fashion and wonders if she can get into modeling. The people she's meeting will think that she's part of a documentary that takes an inside look at what it takes to break through the fashion industry. For her first day, Ashley travels to Miami, Florida, and she meets up with Alexa, who's getting ready for a calendar shoot, and Ashley was a little nervous to be going on an amateur shoot after 17 years, but Alexa was very confident and she encourages and gives energy to Ashley.
My heart's beating, feel it. Really? You've never done any kind of modeling? Never? You can rock it, I can rock it, anybody can rock it.
They then meet up with the photographer, and Alexa does the first photo shoot alone, and she then invites in Ashley for the next one, and then they have a good shoot. Ashley then takes the stage, and since she doesn't want her identity to be revealed, she intentionally acts shy and awkward in front of the camera. The photographer then brings out a snake for the next shoot, which really freaks her out, and she refuses to do it.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a reptile girl. It said something.
After their shoot, the two get to talk, and Alexa shares that she didn't like herself when she was younger because of her body size, and she was also bullied both in school and at home, which made her hate herself. But she's persevered, and now she's a body positive activist and model, and she teaches young people that they don't have to hate themselves for what they look like. She also started an organization to help people like her, but doesn't have the funding to do a lot with it. The next day, Ashley was still in Miami, and she drives to a modeling agency to meet an inspiring model named Helly. Ashley finds Helly in the waiting room, and they see that they're the only plus-size models there. As they wait for the manager, the two get to talking, and they hit it off instantly, and Ashley even learns that Helly was inspired by her to become confident in herself and to start modeling. The talent agent then invites them in, and she asks Ashley about her height and weight, and Ashley didn't have a full answer, so the talent agent then goes to get a measuring tape, but the manager stops her and tells her that she doesn't need to do that because they're not looking for people that look like Ashley. Ashley then confronts the manager and asks him directly, and he informs her that she doesn't fit the profile that they're looking for and tells her to leave.
Time is money.
So should I just like leave?
That's how we do it.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
She gets very angry with his statement and attitude, but she didn't want to blow her cover, so she just leaves with Helly. Ashley and Helly then grab a coffee and talk about the struggles of being a plus-size model, and Helly says that she doesn't give up because if she doesn't do it, the next generation will also go through the same problems. Helly also reveals that she was an immigrant from Afghanistan who arrived in the country when the 9/11 attack happened, and this led to excessive bullying in her school, and she was even given the name Terry, short for terrorist. The next day, Ashley drives to a dance studio to meet up with Lizzie, and Lizzie is a plus-size dancer who went viral after posting a video of her dancing. They first start by learning ballet, and for the next hour, we see Ashley struggle with it, and Lizzie notices Ashley probably won't become a professional dancer, but she is glad that Ashley is doing this and being confident.
Dance and just want to do it for fun. Morgan kind of just seemed like she wanted just to try it for fun.
Lizzie suffered a lot of bullying during her childhood, but she always stuck to her dream, and she's now become a dancer. So when she sees another person that looks like her dancing, she gets excited and tries to help any way that she can. Later on their break, Ashley learns that Lizzie lost her mom when she was only 5, and her dad left her with her aunt, and she got bullied growing up, and that broke her confidence, but she got it back by dancing. She also reveals that her dream is to teach dance in LA. Ashley's undercover time finally comes to an end, and she has set up a fashion walkout stage to reveal her true identity. Everyone is shocked as she takes off her disguise during her catwalk and reveals her true identity, and they all begin to cheer. She then invites Alexa to her office and tells her that she was inspired by her body positivity work, and she also thanks her for helping people with her organization and offers to help her with that, and she gives her $10,000 for the organization and another $10,000 to promote it so she can reach more people. She then tells her that she was impressed with her confidence during the photo shoot and gives her a photo shoot with a world-renowned photographer.
To find different ways to teach people that there's nothing more powerful than loving yourself.
Next in were Lizzie and her aunt, and Ashley starts off by saying that she was impressed by her dancing and that she loved her confidence, and then she gives her $5,000 for her dance classes and another $5,000 so she can visit LA. She thanks Lizzie's aunt for raising a good person and for sticking by her, and offers to pay for Lizzie's college tuition, removing a huge burden for her aunt.
I just want to tell Ashley thank you for everything, and thank you for inspiring me and being who you are.
Last in was Helly, and Ashley was very impressed by her, and she commends Helly for staying strong and for being positive after all the things that she went through, and she then thanks her for standing for others and for trying to change the industry. She tells her that she's gotten a modeling contract with a big agency so she can be a part of a modeling campaign, and also tells her that she's gotten a management director so she can plan out her career. She then goes on to tell her something more exciting, which is that she set up a photo shoot with her own team, and that she'll be posting the picture on her social media while tagging her so that all 5 million followers of hers can see the picture, and finally, she invites her to a full-figure fashion week and gives her $10,000 to cover all her expenses.
Someone always has to be there to give you a shot or give you a helping hand, and for her to be that person for me.
And now let us follow the founder and CEO of Gigi's Cupcake, Gina Butter.
My name is Gina Butler, and people call me Gigi. I'm the founder and CEO of Gigi's Cupcakes.
Headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee, Gigi's Cupcake is one of the fastest rising and successful bakeries. With 1,000 employees and 100 stores spread across 23 states, this business has quickly become worth $42 million. Gina was born in Oklahoma, and since she was a child, she wanted to become a country singer and songwriter, and she followed her dream through her teens, and she started singing at clubs at just 18. She then moved to Nashville to further her music career, but things didn't really go well, and her music was not taking off, and she wasn't making much money from it, and so she took other jobs like cleaning during the day. This continued for a decade before she decided that music was not working for her, and she wanted a change of career. She then got an idea to start a cupcake shop from her brother, who was a lover of cupcakes, but he struggled to find a cupcake that was as good as Gina's and their mom's. Gina's life wasn't going anywhere, so she took out a loan and opened her first cupcake shop in Nashville, and her family all helped her start the business from cleaning the store to banking, and the business grew really fast. But all of this wasn't sunshine and rainbows, as working with family brought friction between them as they all disagreed on how the business should be run. Gina then had to make the hard decision to just hire professional people to run the business instead of family members, which made some of her family members really mad, and some of them don't even talk to her now. And our boss today, Gina, is looking to go undercover because her brand is very dependent on having very consistent taste, and she wants to go in and see if her brand is being represented fairly. She'll be going undercover as Candace, a single mom, competing in a reality show to win money to start her own business.
While undercover, I'll be posing as Candace Plinkett, a single mother, competing to win money to start my own business.
For her first job, she travels to Charlotte, North Carolina to work as a cupcake decorator, and she meets up with Jason, and they first start by decorating a chocolate cupcake. Jason shows her how to do it, and Gina sees that he's not doing it the right way, as she always swirls the frosting, but Jason is stacking them, which doesn't really follow her brand's identity.
Is that the Jiggy Swirl?
Yeah, that's the Gigi Swirl.
This is not the Gigi way. Jason does not have my swirl right.
She also sees that he's not properly filling the cupcakes, which gets her more annoyed, but she keeps her cool and just follows his lead. They then go out to do a delivery for a wedding, and after they get there, Jason starts setting up the cupcakes in a pretty fashion. Gina sees that Jason is really passionate about his work, and she figures that the reason he didn't do the filling and design properly was because he was not trained to do it that way.
He hasn't been trained properly himself, so how is he supposed to be able to train me?
After their work, they go on break, and Gina learns that Jason was in prison for 6 months as he was mixed up with some bad people, but after he got out, he changed his life for the better and now dreams of opening his own Gigi's franchise shop. The next day, she travels to Atlanta, Georgia to work as a baker.
Today I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'll be working as a baker.
She meets up with C, and she teaches her how to make a frosting, and C was very diligent in the way that she does things, and she's also strict about being clean, which Gina loves, but she sees that C has changed some of the recipe. C explains that the recipe sent from headquarters was too soft, so she altered it a little so it can be better, and Gina was not happy hearing this.
Corporate sent it wrong?
They didn't send it wrong. We like our stuff firmer.
And she's annoyed that nobody seems to fully follow her recipe, but since C is a good cook, she keeps her comment in mind. On their break, Gina learns that C has a nerve disease which was able to get treated, but her medical bill was too high, and she's now struggling to pay for it.
My medicine is like $2,400 a month.
I'm sorry. How much?
$2,400 a month.
For her next job, Gina travels to Houston, Texas to work under a manager.
Today I'm in Houston, Texas, and I'll be working in the cake department.
She meets up with Cheryl, who immediately warns her that she has very high standards for her work. Gina's happy that Cheryl has high standards, and she learns from the best baker that she's met till now. Gina then tries to do a cupcake by herself, but Cheryl was not happy with it.
I was trying not to jump in, but it's incredibly frustrating when you're taking this awesome cake, you're watching somebody just destroy it.
And she puts the cake aside and makes Gina do another one again, and she again tries her best, but she still doesn't pass Cheryl's standards. For her last job, Gina travels to Gainesville, Florida to work as a customer service representative.
Today I'm in Gainesville, Florida, and I'll be working as a customer service representative.
There, she meets up with Jeanette, and she shows her how to interact and serve the customers. Jeanette is a very energetic employee, so people really love her. Gina's a little timid though, so Jeanette encourages her to be more relaxed.
Don't be afraid to say, hi, welcome, just be who you are.
And later, Gina learns that Jeanette actually wants to be a family counselor, but she couldn't pay for school, and she also shares that after losing her mom when she was just 10, she tried to off herself.
I've tried to commit suicide 3 times, so I was in the hospital quite a bit.
And she was also mostly depressed throughout her teens, which is why she wants to help people now and prevent them from going through the same things that she went through. And finally, Gina's undercover time comes to an end, and she invites her employees to her office to reveal her true identity.
Today I'm in Gainesville, Florida, and I'll be working as a customer service representative.
First in was Jeanette, and she tells her that she was inspired by her story and gives her $20,000 so she can go to school.
She's paying for my school, and I was so worried about that, It's just awesome.
Next in was Jason, and she tells him that he was good, but since he needed to improve his skills, she offers to bring him to headquarters so he can train with her, and she then tells him that after his training, he'll be getting a franchise which is worth $100,000.
I'm not gonna mess this up. Yes, I finally get my chance.
Next in was Cheryl, and Gina tells her that she's one of the best bakers that she's ever met, and she offers her a promotion and makes her the head of the creative cake team at headquarters.
Somebody has finally seen the effort that I put forth into my work and my passion. It's just amazing.
Last in was C, and she tells her that she didn't like her changing the recipe, but that she's taken her recommendation and will test it in headquarters, and she then gives her $10,000 to pay for her medical bills.
My heart is pounding out of my chest right now. I'm like really excited and happy.